Low Tier God is probably my favorite of the recent locals. He's also one of the most active. It's practically impossible for me to go on TikTok or YouTube without seeing at least one meme edit or just clips making fun of him.
Fetch.
What happened, pussy?
Man, shut your fucking bitch ass up. This is why I don't run it back. I creamed this dude, and this fucking dumbass motherfucking muchacho ass nigga gonna sit over here and just run to an easy mode character.
But there is one thing that just keeps nagging at me almost every time I see these videos. Funny as they are, they do concern me a bit. But let me backpedal so I can properly explain my concern. Low Tier God, or the Lowan Sparrow, or Dale Wilson, is known for many things. Most of these things are memes, but when you really look at them, you realize just how messed up the things Dale is being accused of are. The debt is one of the most repeated, but in my eyes, it's the smallest offense compared to everything else.
You niggas, on top of the shit, anything I pulled up on my stream, as far as the notepad shit goes, I'm not embarrassed of nothing. It's called being stolen from and robbed. So it's called jotting down and documenting. So best believe that. So I don't give two fucks about that either. So if you come in here talking about it, you're banned immediately.
I mean, he is a self-admitted groomer.
Some years go by, boom, she's like 17 and a half. She's like, can we kick it still? I'm like, nah. I said, when do you turn 18? She's like, in May. I said, cool, we'll just kick it in the summertime. Plus,
abandoned his daughter because he thinks she will be a toy for another man to use her and won't be able to carry his legacy, which I still don't think he even believes he has.
But he says, I can't do shit with a daughter, can't teach it shit, can't put it in sports, it can't carry on my last name. Having a girl is pointless. They grow up, get fucked, and erase her legacy. Had it been a boy, I would have been excited, but hell no. So you tell this kid that supposedly is mine when she gets older everything that I just said.
He is obnoxiously racist towards anything that isn't himself and is overall a man-child with the most fragile ego I've ever seen. But that is where the question comes in. Is he aware of what he is? Is every stream of his an act to scrounge up eyes and therefore money before his fading from the public consciousness? Is Low Tier God just a character, like he claims? To be completely honest, the main reason I even consider this theory is simply because I refuse to believe someone as idiotic and brash as Dale exists. Someone who has done so many terrible things and yet still has the unyielding belief that they are in the right. The first time I even began to consider this theory though was when Alex was coming out in Street Fighter and I got recommended a video of LTG reacting, and while I didn't know quite what to expect, I had a hunch it wasn't going to be positive because, you know, it's LTG, and yet I was still surprised. Dale was just shitting relentlessly on any and every little detail about Alex, not complimenting a single thing about the character. Now obviously I'm not stupid. I know people can have different opinions on things. This was beyond that. Even if you are the biggest Street Fighter 6 hater, to say his powerbomb is ugly and that his animations are poorly made is straight up objectively wrong. So I 100% believe this dude is lying when he says things like this. And so, this inspired me to look at other opinions on Street Fighter 6 from Dale. And that's when I started hearing stuff like, they made Sagat short and lame, or Alex shouldn't be the same height as Luke when he literally isn't, or that they took away Chun-Li's sex appeal. Are you serious, Dale? I mean, I know you've been fantasizing about men and getting filled up with Matrix juice your whole life, but this is something else completely. As to the reason why he feels the need to lie, honestly, I can't say for sure, but if I had to take a guess, I would say it's due to his constant need to keep up his image. And since he's been saying Street Fighter 6 is a terrible game from the beginning, in his eyes he cannot allow himself to break the bit, even when faced with undeniably good content. That's when the contradictions start to happen though. After shitting so hard on Alex and saying how they ruined the character and he is only for scrubs now and not a single real Street Fighter player would touch him, he proceeds to play Alex quite a bit. I mean, he even got Alex to Diamond, which I assume it's rare since anytime you see any gameplay from Dale on SF6, he's never passed Platinum. So how do you explain that, Dale? Not just that, there's also the way he just completely insults anybody and everybody that plays any fighting game with him. But it's especially funny when he insults someone and then they turn out to actually be like, maybe not pros, but people that do this shit for a living, and he has to like shut the fuck up and he can't make up excuses anymore. There is this one video where he found this one player that was playing Alex and he was just relentlessly shitting on him until they invited him to a lobby, and I guess he was a YouTuber or something, and it turned out to be a C Viper player. And once he started getting shat on, he just could not say anything. It was just like, oh, this guy, you know, he knows what he's doing. Since I'm not a scrub, he's catching all the scrub shit I'm doing. Dale literally turns into a little puppy crying and hiding his face like he's just embarrassed that he's getting his ass beat so hard. It's embarrassing. It really is. Going back to the main point though with the character itself and Dale's contradictions, it seems to me that either he's lying about how he feels about the character, or he's just playing something that he knows will make him mad so he can act out and make popular clips so people make fun of him and then more trolls join his stream and make him more money. No matter how you spin it, Dale just ends up looking like a disingenuous clown. Aside from that, we have the way LTG reacts whenever he gets called out for stuff he himself has admitted to doing, like the previously mentioned grooming of a 17-year-old girl. I don't care how good of an actor you think you are, Dale. You cannot say this is acting. This is pure rage and shame, all because you can't face the consequences of your actions. Overall, Dale just seems to be put in this situation where he constantly tries to deny any and all wrongdoings, always trying to pass off his reactions and outbursts as a character he plays, despite the fact this man was almost in tears just because someone made fun of his Balenciaga t-shirt.
If you black and positive in my stream today, and you're not upset at me for wearing a fucking Balenciaga tee that I've worn 1,000,000 times on stream, give yourself a fucking goddamn clap.
Enough shitting on this buffoon though. Let me actually give my answer to the question. Is Low Tier God the polyester prince of crime, the groomer of Section 8, the debt-ridden dictator, the waffle-stomping warrior, and the vanished father a character? No. No, he isn't. Dale Wilson is a troubled 40-plus-year-old man that for one reason or another refuses to grow as a human being. So he resorts to dancing and yelling in front of a camera like an insane buffoon, with the hopes of scrounging enough money from his cult of mindless bums so he is actually able to live the life he denies his daughter. That is who I think Dale is. And to be completely honest with you, I don't like that. Not one bit. So let me actually leave this message for you, Dale, in case you somehow, someway find your way to this video. I want you to know that you don't need to do this. I don't really know what happened in your early life to make you like this, but I've got to assume it was pretty bad. Still, it's not an excuse for the life you've led. That doesn't mean it's too late though. There's people out there that you've hurt. There's a daughter out there that needs a father. And while you definitely are not enough of a man to try and be her dad, what's to say you can't try? Try to atone for your mistakes. Spend every day asking yourself, how can I be better? And do everything in your power to be the man your daughter would be proud to call her father. It's not too late, Dale.